Alright everyone, and welcome back to Season 15 of AOR F1 on Xbox One, and we're here for the second round of the season today then, the Chinese Grand Prix, and yeah, we are then on our best qualifying lap, and yeah, coming here off the back then of a point first time out then in the top tier, and yeah, I was quite happy with that one because I didn't really feel that I had the pace to be in the point, but yeah, we managed to move up. Thanks to, you know, sort of just keeping it clean on track really. Sort of hoping that will, you know, like help us out quite a bit throughout the season because, yeah, I know it's going to be sort of, it's going to be tough for us to challenge for points regularly, but yeah, I think if we can keep like some consistency then we should have a decent chance in a fair few places, but I'd say this track probably isn't one of them, mainly because it's quite hard to get content penalties here, but also just because I really just do not seem to get along with this track. I feel like last season here was a complete fluke for me really in F2. Somehow I got pole position, my only pole of the season, and then in the race it was a pretty good race for us. We finished in second place. I didn't have the pace to win, but yeah, it was all around like quite encouraging, but I feel like that whole thing was a fluke. I feel like everyone must have been on an off day or something when we did that race because yeah, I just do not seem to have pace one here, but on that day in history I just seem to have it, but yeah, I just couldn't really find a setup here that just like gave me decent speed. We set a 33.4 there, which I do feel I could have gone quite a bit quicker than, but yeah, on my second lap I just completely messed up the final hairpin there, and that's a shame because we would have improved, but even I don't think it was really that good a lap, and yeah, we certainly threw up one way there and we had to move off track anyway. Well, the lap was gone anyway, but yeah, moved off track then to let Leopard through there, and yeah, we unfortunately then find ourselves right down at the bottom. Other people who set a time then 19th place, only Reynolds who didn't set a time then behind us, but on pole position then a Flying Finn once again, Surprise in second, then Evo in third, and our teammate Cry Lockdown up in fourth place. Good to see for him there. At least one of us is doing alright here then. But we're going to the grid now then. The strategy for this one then, I wasn't sure really where to go with a super soft or medium. Like, I knew those would be the tyres I would use here, but wasn't really sure which order to use them in. I decided to go with super soft just because I felt that mediums were quite slow at the start, or really slow at the start, and yeah, I didn't really want to be like having to let through the leaders again. Well, not letting them through, but you know, just like having them behind me like in Australia. But yeah, we're on the grid now then, and we've got the lights coming on now then. Away we go then, and it is a pretty good launch from us, I'd say there. I'm not sure if LGS was a bit slow reacting there, but we managed to jump him then straight off the line. And into turn one, we were sort of on the outside there, but Pinecone went a bit wider than this, so we sort of ended up in the middle here then between the two Haas cars, and yeah, we're sort of staying in the middle then for turn two. It's all getting quite close in front of us there. I think Kyle and Rosberg had a bit of contact, and then I think Pinecone ran into the back of Rosberg there and got some front wing damage, but that's allowed us to move up to 16th place then. As into the hairpin now then, we've got Reynolds on the outside, Rosberg on the inside. We get sandwiched there. Luckily though, I don't think anyone picked up any damage from that. But yeah, they have managed to actually both overtake us there then, as it was on the outside then of Reynolds through this long left-hander. It looks like we have managed to repass, and then for the time being, and look there maybe at Rosberg, but couldn't get close enough. Then he spun there, well, half spun. I think on his screen there he ran into the back of Kyle, but yeah, it didn't really look like it from my view, but luckily we managed to avoid a collision there, and yeah, we stay then in 17th place for the time being. It's all very close in front of us then. Looks like the Team McLaren's battling out. Looks like Joe's in there. Kyle's run wide throughout long 10-13, and yeah, we're going to have a good run now then down this back straight, and yeah, we're going to be side by side towards this heavy braking zone for penultimate corner, and yeah, we're on the inside line then, and we just about get slowed down. We were sort of a little bit boxed in there though, and Kyle was able to run around the outside of us, and through he goes into 15th as yeah, Finn leads then across the line for the end of the first lap, and yeah, not too bad for us then. Made up 2 places then on the opening lap, as we've got Kyle and Morso then battling out still then for 14th place, and yeah, looked like looks like Carl's on a bit of a charge here really then, having, well, not as much as Rosberg I should say, because he's just charged inside of both of them then. But yeah, Carl manages to fight back. I thought maybe we'd have a look there, but we got a little bit too wide there. But we are right on the back then of Moore, so down the back straight, and Carl then moving right over the inside of the track, then moving back again. And wow, that is sending more than one move there that he's making. And yeah, I think that is pretty much way too far from him there trying to defend that one. And yeah, I think justice really that he ran wide there, and Rosberg got through, because yeah, you can't do that down straight. It's one move to defend and then, you know, back to take your line. But yeah, that was about 5 moves across the straight there. And yeah, well, we gained nothing from that really. We were sort of still in the slipstream more so. But yeah, on lap 3 we're still right behind him though. And yeah, we'll see if we can get him this time then. I think he does have DRS, but yeah, he was a little bit further back this time, so maybe not as much of a slipstream for him. He goes over to the inside line, then we're going to try and run the outside here then. And he's still ahead of us then, but we do get a good drive here out the corner. And yeah, looks like we're going to be through then. We've got the inside line for the final corner, and we're up then into 16th place. I can't remember actually if he was on new tyres or not. I can't remember if he was in the top 10 in qualifying. So yeah, but either way, it did seem that we had better traction out the corner there, and ran a quite tight line here into turn 1 just in case he tried to slip it back up the inside there. And yeah, we're through then and into 16th for the time being. And yeah, we're getting on into lap 5, where there's been an instant up ahead of us then, and it is VSR Simon in the Renault, and by the looks of things P1R Brown in the Force India there. And yeah, having seen Brown's point of view of this, is quite shocking really. The Renault just sort of looked like it came up completely down towards the hairpin. But yeah, that's only put us right on the back of these two then. We sort of were dropping back a bit from Carl and Rosberg there. So we'll see if we can sort of try and mix up a bit with the other Renault here then. And we're going to have JRS then down the straight. We also had LGS behind us then on the soft tyres, who was sort of just about sticking with us then. And yeah, we'll see what we can do here then down the straight. We're going to have DRS then, and yeah, we'll see if we can gain anything at all then. Everyone's doing a lot at this point, so there shouldn't be any kind of like slipstream glitch. We're getting a little bit, but not really too much there. And on the brakes in for the hairpin, he actually outbrakes himself, runs wide, and yeah, that allows us to go through and into 15th. But he does get sort of good drive there then from going so far wide out. And yeah, he's coming back at us then, but we're just going to try and run this defensive line then, sort of down the pit straight and through turn 1, and see if we can hold on to the place then. As into turn 1 we go then, and yeah, keep into that inside line then. And yeah, not really the quickest line through there, but obviously it sort of helps, and with it being quite a long turn 1, it's quite hard for people to sort of like sweep running outside of you there. And yeah, we're then into 15th for the time being. But we'll see if he's going to have a look at this then. Into the hairpin, he's quite a way back there, but he does go for it. Bit of contact there, and it doesn't look like he's managed to make it stick. So yeah, it looks like we have managed to hold on then to P15 then on lap 6. And yeah, I imagine pit stops will be happening fairly soon in this race for those who were in the top 10. We can go a bit longer though, and yeah, we'll have to see then when people start coming in. But there is a yellow flag up in front of us then. Danny M7 in the Red Bull has had an instant there and spun out. I don't know what happened to him, but yeah, that has allowed us then to get another place then up to P14 now then. And yeah, already a bit of a gap though, that you see Brown nearly 3 seconds in front of us already then, having had that spin. So yeah, you can really see that we just didn't really have the pace today then. But obviously we're getting some places for instance, so if we can just sort of try and keep our nose clean here, then maybe we can get a decent result. We just get to lap 10 now then. Most people have pitted now. The only person who's in front of me who hasn't pitted yet then is Cyril Rosberg, but he's on the soft tyres anyway, so wouldn't be expecting him to yet. And yep, so we're up to second place then, but it just shows really the sort of lack of pace that we had compared to Australia here, because we're only on lap 10 and already we've got the 3 leaders then catching up to the back of us. But yeah, I didn't really want to just like like lose time like with them all past me, and yeah, it didn't really look like Finn got close enough to me there down the straight to have a look, and yeah, we managed to hold on to that place then on our own lap, and yeah, we can now come in then for our one and only stop in this race then for the medium tyres, and yeah, him coming and getting it to slow down, and yeah, Rosberg then of course stays out. We also have LGS staying out then, he was still out there then, he was on the soft tyres, so yeah, that was expected. And I think Reynolds was behind us as well, I'm not sure, or I think he went through there, but I think he may have pitted earlier, I can't really remember now, but I'm pretty sure he does pit again and comes out behind us then. So a few people then still to pit, as yeah, as you see there, we rejoined in 14th, but a few laps later we were in 12th place, and still on the back of more so here than in the McLaren, but we've got RNGX Joe in the Red Bull then just behind us here then. As down towards turn 15 we go then, and he looks to the inside then, and we're going to try and hold our on the outside, but looks like he's just about made that one stick. We're still side by side though towards his fast left-hander, but I think on that outside line he's probably going to have a better, well, yeah, better cornering speed, and yeah, indeed he does then. And through he goes back up to 12th position with him then, and we've got Carl Rott on the back of us as well now then in the Renault, as we run a bit wide there, and yeah, it's going to give him, I'd say, a pretty good run then down towards his left-hander, and yeah, he dives through then. Is he going to get through? It doesn't look like it. I mean, there is the DRS zone just after this, so probably doesn't need it anyway, but yeah, he manages to get through in turn 13, does a bit of a switch back there, and through he goes. We'll see now then, we do get DRS then from Joe, so we'll see if we can come back in there then. He moves across on us, but yeah, luckily not off the track there, because we certainly were alongside him. As we're up the inside then into the hairpin, and yeah, more contact then, and we're still, well, we're not quite so aside because he still gets a better drive than us out the corner, and he's up then into 13th place, and we've got Brown just behind us as well then, but I think he comes back into the pits at some point, so yeah, we don't really see much of him then. So yeah, we've got Daniel then in the other Red Bull coming up behind Sen. Obviously we saw him have that incident earlier on, and yeah, he's looking to the inside now then into the hairpin, and looks like he's gonna make this one stick then. Looks to be a lot quicker than us, and yeah, through he goes then into 14th, and yeah, we move up a few places after that. Rosberg I think pitted, then Kyle left the session again for the second race in a row, and then we've got Sierra Hamilton diving through there into the turn 11 I think that is. Quite aggressive move there I thought, but I think what with Kyle having just left, that probably sort of triggered the slipstream glitch there, so yeah, probably sort of more understandable really that he had to go for that one there, because maybe he wouldn't have gained anything down this straight, but yeah, nonetheless then he's through then into 13th, and yeah, it seems like every time we get in places we just sort of lose him again, and yeah, we're back up then into, or back down into 14th place, and we've got Sierra Rosberg now then on fresh super soft tyres, so I can't imagine this battle's going to last too long then. Towards turn 1, we're going to try and run that defensive line through turn 1, and you see there really then on fresh tyres it is quite hard to run around outside of people in turn 1. I thought about doing Alonso, but really there was no point there, and he managed to sort of force his way through there in the left-hander anyway, so yeah, through he goes then into 14th position, and yeah, I doubt we're going to be able to stick with him then for very long here then, and yeah, you can see by lap 24 most of the people there had sort of long gone. We were about 5 seconds behind that group, which I think went just about into the points there, but yeah, we were nowhere near it I don't think here. So we've got Reynolds then just behind us, and he's on fresher tyres now then, and yeah, he's got a good run then through these first couple of corners there. Around Lloyd sort of trying to defend, sort of trying to run that tight line in turn 1, but he's on the outside line then for the hairpin, and he's going to do a switchback then at the last second up the inside, and yeah, nice move there, and a clean one as well, has to be said. A very ambitious one then, considering it was aiming for 15th place, but you know, you can't even be bad about that one, because yeah, it's a very well executed move there, and yeah, very Ricciardo-esque, and yeah, through he goes then into 15th place, but I think he does actually pit like just after that, because yeah, we were back ahead of him then by the final lap, and yeah, I think he just went for fastest lap really at the end, having probably the overtake of the race. I think he just went for a fast lap after that. And yeah, a little bit of a disappointing race then. I mean, I was expecting it, so I don't really feel too bad, but yeah, I'm sorry if you're watching this and it was just really just like a montage of me being overtaken. But we crossed the line then, we move up a place then because the Hamilton did have ground clearing penalties then, and that moves up then to 14th place. And yeah, as I say, sorry if it was just a bit of a montage of me being overtaken this week, but yeah, I really sort of expected it here. Don't really have the pace around this track. But yeah, well into Flying Finn then, that's 2 in a row then, because I think that's a bit of a glitch there, because Evo had a 5-second penalty for speed in the pits, and yeah, obviously it never shows up on the results. So yeah, well into Finn then for the win. It's Freud in second, and Evo in third then for the second race in a row. And yeah, Crow Lockdown then, our teammate, a very good result for him there for Sauber in P4, and then we got Limitless in 5th, Leopard in 6th, Simon in 7th, and yep, that is it then. For this race, the results went quicker than I could look there, but yeah, I'm not sure if the standings are on the screen right now. They may not have been updated yet, but I'll drop a link in the description for when they are updated if they're not on screen. And yep, just a reminder that you can watch these live on Sunday nights at 8 o'clock UK time on the Apex Online Racing YouTube channel. Also check out Ayrton Veloce for sort of extended highlights of these races, showing quite a few different people's points of view. Yeah, so I'll leave all this stuff in the description for you to check out. And yeah, I'll see you for the next race then, the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.